On the night of July 23, 2016, Kaylee Sawyer attended her friend's bachelorette party and of course had a couple of drinks, danced, and had a wonderful night all together. But when Kaylee got home, she and her boyfriend had an argument about her dancing with another guy. Kaylee then decided to head out and go for a walk to cool off, and that was the last time anyone has ever seen her alive again. While a tipsy Kaylee was walking down the road, she was approached by a Central Oregon campus security guard by the name of Edwin Lara. Edwin Lara was obsessed with the idea of killing and serial killers, and decided this was the perfect opportunity to live out his sick fantasy by offering Kaylee a ride inside his patrol car, and soon took advantage of the given situation and murdered her. While no one has heard from Kaylee for a while, a missing persons report was issued, and upon hearing about this, Edwin then went on to tell his wife, who was a trainee police officer, that he had accidentally knocked Kaylee with his patrol car.
So he comes out of the room, and his eyes were all teary. Get out of here, tell me what is wrong. So he sits on the sofa. I turn off the TV, and then he just says that. It's like, I kill a woman. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, I hit her with the car.
And did he tell you which car?
He said the security, the car that they use at the job.
And what did you say to that?
So I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean you hit her? And yeah, I hit her, and that kind of.
Knowing that his lie would eventually catch up to him, he then stole his wife's service pistol and went on the run. But his sick fantasy is not yet over, as he will soon commit even more heinous crimes and leave a trail of death and destruction along the way. On the evening of July 25, 2016, a 19-year-old Andrea Mize, who just worked a double shift, got into her car and took a Snapchat selfie stating how tired she was in the picture. That's when Edwin Lara approached her car wearing a backpack and a bulletproof vest, pointed the gun at a terrified Andrea and told her to drive. Andrea, rightfully scared for her life, followed the instructions given to her by Edwin. And this is when she realizes that she had just been kidnapped by a maniac, pointing a gun to her head, taking her to an unknown location. For some unknown reason. He then proceeded to go live on Facebook and decided to record himself and Andrea while the kidnapping was still happening, and had this to say when addressing the situation.
Hi everybody, I just want to say that I apologize for everything I've done. Most likely I'm going to get caught. And sorry about that girl in Central Oregon. And I just want to let family members, Andrea, that she's fine and she will be fine, because so far she's been doing what I've been telling her to do. You know, and if you guys are wondering if I have done dirty things to her, no. Alright, I'm not that kind of guy. You know, I used to kill that other girl, you know, and I regret it. I regret killing her. You know, she's kept screaming, and I had to silence her forever. So, you know, like I say, she's still fine. We're driving, and she'll be home pretty soon. I'm sorry to her grandma and her family members, to her boyfriend. You know, I'm sorry for everything that I caused. Okay, and you'll see her pretty soon. Okay, tell the cops that not to shoot us, because if they shoot us, then that's not my fault. Okay, but sorry everybody. Bye.
After driving for an hour, Edwin then told Andrea to stop the car as she was driving too fast, which they would end up being pulled over by police officials for speeding, according to the KGW8 newsletter. He began to make small talk, but Andrea did not want to engage in conversation. While Edwin was confessing to her about the murder he just committed, he also informed her that he and his wife were police officers. Edwin then made Andrea pull over into the parking lot of a local hotel, where the two can be seen on CCTV camera booking a room. Edwin threatened Andrea to act as his girlfriend while he spoke to the woman in the front desk. and further said that if she says or does anything suspicious, he will shoot her and the lady behind the counter.
After being booked into a room, Edwin then handcuffed Andrea to bed and forced her to swallow sleeping tablets. She further explains that when she refused to take the medication provided by Edwin, he threatened to inject it into her with a syringe he came prepared with. Andrea's cell phone then started to ring, which made Edwin panic and question her with a gun in his hand. Andrea cleverly explained to him that it was not a ringtone but a notification reminding her to take medication for an STD. This was all false, but it was a clever diversion from Andrea, leading Edwin to question her about how bad it was, to which Andrea remarked in an interview, "I wanted to make it sound as disgusting as I could, so when I pass out from the sleeping tablets, he won't do anything to me." At this point, the police were already aware about the situation. A concerned Lara then grabbed Andrea and left the motel. Lara also knew that by now police have already identified the kidnapped victim's vehicle, so he decided to stop at another hotel in California, where he grabbed his victim and approached an old man and demanded the elderly guy to hand over his car. When the elderly man refused, Lara shot him in the abdomen and fled on foot with his victim, where they came across two young men and their grandmother. At gunpoint, Lara forced them in the car and then got in the back with Andrea next to him. He confesses to them that he killed a woman and shot a man not too long ago, and then further informs them that he had an urge to kill. Lara then took Andrea and put her in the passenger seat and forced the two young men and their grandmother out of the car, and continued his spree of crimes. Edwin, now in a new stolen vehicle, is being chased by police, and knowing his crime spree can't continue for much longer, he then made a 911 call and decided to turn himself in.
911 emergency reporting.
Yes, hi. This is Edwin Lara, and I'm the guy on Interstate 5, going at high speed. I know you guys have the chopper on me already.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just want to say I am going to turn myself in.
Okay, where are you at?
Okay, I'm on I-5. I think close to Reading, if I'm right. So, you know, I am wanted for murder in the state of Oregon.
Okay. Edwin,
Yeah.
where are you at right now? Can you stop?
I am going to stop once I hit Reading. Once I'm in Reading, I'm going to stop.
Okay, can you tell me where you are right now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a sign right here. 50 miles from Reading.
You're 50 miles
Or
away.
wait,
Can you see a mile mark or
Corning.
anything?
From Corning.
You're 50
So
miles from Corning.
Yeah, 50 miles from Corning. 50 miles south or north of Corning.
Are you by yourself or?
No, I have someone with me. I kidnapped her in Oregon. She's innocent. Her name is Andrea. What's your last name?
He doesn't know.
I'll let her give her last name so you can call her family, okay?
Okay.
Just give me a second.
What's your name?
Hello,
Yeah, hi. What's your name?
Andrea.
Andrea, what's your last name?
Maes, M-A-E-S.
Okay, are you hurt at all, Andrea?
No.
No? Okay.
After giving up his location and agreeing to stop at a designated location, police were finally able to apprehend Lara for the multiple heinous and senseless crimes he had committed.
We're kind of yielding 35 miles an hour at Telegraph.
Ring 53, stop. Paragraph. And initiate the felony stop here.
Flying south at progress, south at Telegraph.
Get your hands up! Get him up! Step out of the vehicle!
You got me?
Step out of the vehicle! Turn around! Turn around, keep turning around! Walk back! Step over to your right! Step over to your right! Away from traffic! Drop down to your knees! Don't move!
How you guys doing right on this? Pretty good?
In court, Edwin Lara was being charged with sexual assault, kidnapping, murder, carjacking, and possession of a murder weapon, which he pleaded guilty to only kidnapping and carjacking. Lara was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and thus the brutal crime spree of Edwin Lara comes to an end. But the families of those victims will most probably never recover from the damage caused by this evil man.
We just found out a little while ago that the judge has sentenced Edwin Lara to spend the rest of his life in prison without the possibility of release, without the possibility of parole. Now, today, Kaylee Sawyer's friends and family faced her killer. They packed the courtroom here today and shared with the judge their anger and their tears. Multi-state crime spree, kidnapping a woman in Salem and driving to California, where he's accused of shooting a man and carjacking a family before being caught. Now, just before being sentenced today, Lara addressed Kaylee's family and the court. All along, Kaylee's family has said they want her to be remembered for the joy and the love that she brought to life. They say justice is now served, but it doesn't ease their pain. Again, Edwin Lara will spend the rest of his life in prison without, we're told, any chance of ever getting out. Reporting live in Deschutes County, Amy Frazier, KOIN 6 News.